Good afternoon, New York City! My name is Jim Keady. I am very happy to have traveled across the river from the great state of New Jersey to join all of you New Yorkers to stand up and speak out against this injustice. I am a former elected official in the city of Asbury Park. For those of you who are Springsteen fans, yes, that Asbury Park. And I certainly stand in solidarity with the boss who has made it very clear where he stands on our authoritarian fascist president. We are here today because ABC, one of the longest standing broadcast networks in the United States of America, has cowered to Trump's authoritarianism and has halted the broadcast of the Jimmy Kimmel show. They did this because they were threatened by Trump's Federal Communications Commission. This is an absolute trampling of the First Amendment. When we speak about the First Amendment, and there's certainly been a lot of conversation about it in the last week, we do really need to know what we're talking about as activists, as advocates. So if we look at the First Amendment, it protects our freedom of religion. If I want to practice faith or I don't want to practice faith, I can do that. And the government cannot establish a faith that supersedes any of the other faiths that all of us might want to practice.
Right.
Freedom of speech. We should be able to go into the public square and speak our minds without redress by the government. Freedom of the press. That the press who's standing here with us today has the right not only to film what we're saying, but to comment on it, to write about it, to opine on the truths that they believe in or that they have problems with.
Thank you, journalists.
The right to peaceably assemble, what we are doing right now. And the right to petition our government when we believe that they are acting in a way that is not in accordance with protecting the rights that are provided to us by the Constitution. What we are seeing now through this action that the Trump regime has taken in leveraging pressure on ABC through an arm of the government is fascism. I am so happy. We've been saying it for months and months, some years and years, and now we are finally starting to see more mainstream pundits. I was very happy to see former Secretary of Labor Robert Reich come out today, or maybe it was last night, and saying flat out, this is fascism. Say it. This is fascism. These are the stakes that we're facing right now. The end of the rule of law. The end of the right to free speech and to dissent. The end of the freedom of the press. The end of the right to petition our government. The targeting of whole groups of citizens because their thoughts or their words are not in lockstep with the authoritarian regime. Again, this is fascism.
Right.
There is no living with this fascism.
No, hell no. Hell no.
I'm sure all of you here are aware of the famous poem by Pastor Martin Niemöller. First they came. First they came for the communists. And I did not speak out because I was not a communist. Then they came for the socialists. And I did not speak out because I was not a socialist. Then they came for the trade unionists. And I did not speak out because I was not a trade unionist. Then they came for the Jews. And I did not speak out because I was not a Jew. Then they came for me. And there was no one left to speak out for me. People say history repeats itself.
Here we are.
I prefer the adage that history rhymes. Here in Trump's fascism, first they came for the immigrants. Then they came for the students protesting the genocide in Gaza. Now they're coming for the entertainers. They will come for the LGBTQ community. They will come for will come for the activists. Then they will come for the milquetoast centrists who are sitting on the sidelines, saying that it's not that bad.
Don't forget the black people.
Certainly will not forget the black people. They've been coming for them since the founding of the Republic.
Yes. Well before 1619.
So I say this to my fellow Americans, not the ones who are here with us, not the ones who have already stood up and spoken out. I say this to my fellow Americans whose only activism is keyboard worrying. I say this to my fellow Americans who say, is it really that bad?
Yes.
How much further down the poetic fascist path do we need to go before you join us in the streets?
Yes.
Remember how the poem ended. They came for me, and there was no one left. Trump's fascist regime needs to be stopped now. We need Americans of good conscience who do not want to live under a fascist regime, who do not want their children, their grandchildren, their great-grandchildren to live under a fascist regime, to convene in Washington, D.C., starting on November 5th. We need all of you to start making your plans. This will not be a one-off demonstration. We will need relentless, consistent presence in our nation's capital by millions and millions and millions of America. We need to take up the words and the example of Martin Luther King, Gandhi, Nelson Mandela, Dorothy Day, Cesar Chavez, and to stand together in solidarity, in nonviolent resistance, until the Trump regime falls and soon becomes just a few years of dark memories in the tapestry of the history of the United States.
Yes, please.
Yes. We need you to be in Washington, D.C. for sustained, non-violent protest until the Trump regime is removed from power. As we do the organizing work to make this happen, I want to encourage everyone here to please stop arguing with your father, your angry uncle, your crazy aunt. It is time wasted in this moment. We need to be focusing on the people that are aligned with us, but who are not yet active and in the streets. I'll tell you a quick story. Based on the package that I'm in, it may not surprise you that I was a college athlete and the president of a fraternity. When I was a fraternity president, I had 110 guys in my chapter, 100 of whom would have done anything I asked in terms of planning the parties, social events, volunteer work, and because of the stuff that I was hooked up on, I was focused on the 10 guys in the back row who weren't excited, who would only show up to drink, who would argue with the stuff that we were trying to do as a chapter. And as I reflected on it as an adult, I think about how much energy I wasted and how much opportunity I lost by not focusing on the 100 people that were already aligned with the vision and the excitement that I had. Our neighbors are out there. Your co-workers are out there. They believe what we believe. It is our job to organize, and organize to get them to join us in the streets. This window right now, in the coming weeks and months, is our last chance to stop this. Because once an authoritarian regime completely consolidates power, on average, it takes about 31 years for that virus to run its course. For our sakes and the sakes of our children, our grandchildren, our great-grandchildren, our Constitution, and our representative democracy that represents each one of us.
And the entire world.
And the entire world, yes. We need you to get more people with us to join us. Please, for the love of God, for the love of country, for the love of neighbor, for the love of yourself. Join us. Thank you.
Thank you.